Hi everybody, it's Deborah from PeopleLovingAnimals.com. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my video today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about separation anxiety in cats. I think it's more common to hear about and talk about separation anxiety with dogs, but it's not as talked about regarding cats because it doesn't happen as often. Cats generally don't get separation anxiety as often as dogs do, but they do and can suffer from cat separation anxiety. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about six signs that your cat might be suffering from separation anxiety. We're going to talk about 4 common causes of it, and we're going to talk about 4 specific ways that you can help your cat if you feel like they're suffering with separation anxiety. In the description box, I'm going to have a few things for you. I'm going to have some links to other videos that might help you with your cat surrounding this issue. We'll talk about that in today's video. And I also have in the description box and also the first pinned comment a little sign up form for a free cat lovers ebook, and it's called If Your Cat Could Talk, and it's just a cute little ebook, and I'd like to give that to you as a little freebie if you would like to have it. So if you have not been here before, my name is Deborah. I own this website called PeopleLovingAnimals.com, and several times a month I do videos all about the care and health and training of dogs and cats. So if you would like to see more of my content, I would love it if you would subscribe if you're not already. I'm going to use this post on the website called Separation in Cats to guide us through today's video. I'm going to give you a link to the post in the description box, and I'm going to give you the link in the description box of this video to anything that we talk about or that I refer to in the post. So you can relax, listen to the video, and if you want to go back and review anything, or if you want to, watch any of the videos or anything, all those links will be there for you in the description box. And as always, if you like the video and if you found it to be helpful, please give it a like. It really does help YouTubers when you do that. Thanks so much. Separation anxiety in cats. Do cats get separation anxiety? Yes, they do. Even though it's more common in dogs, cats do can suffer from separation anxiety. We're going to talk about the signs, the causes, and ways that you can help your cat in today's video. First, this is my boy Whiskers. Oh, he happens to be asleep in his cat tree right here. Oh, you can't really see him. He's there sleeping in his cat tree in the window, and so I don't know, maybe he'll pay us a visit during the video today. But anyway, there he is in the picture hiding behind a curtain. I thought it was an appropriate picture for the separation anxiety video. 6 signs of cat separation anxiety. One is that they're following their owner around all the time. If you feel like your cat is clingy, like they're afraid to have you out of their sight, they might be suffering a little bit from separation anxiety. Also, if they're doing excessive crying or meowing when you leave or when you're getting ready to leave, that would be a sign as well. I'm going to give you a link to my video called Why Does My Cat Keep Meowing? And that will give you some more indicators if you feel, if like you're here for this video, like the cat's crying all the time, like what is going on, that might help you as well, right? Also, peeing outside the litter box. This is kind of a serious one, because if your cat is suffering from separation anxiety, especially if it's severe, they may start urinating on things that belong to you. They might pee on the couch where you sit. They might urinate on your bed. They might urinate on your clothes, like you have a pile of clothes in your bedroom or some folded laundry. And it has to do with their primal instinct to claim what is theirs. And so if they're upset that you're leaving, they're upset they think they might lose you, is aggravating and maddening as it might be, your cat urinating on your things is a desperate attempt by your cat to claim you. Okay, so that's a definite sign that your cat might be suffering from separation anxiety. I'm going to give you a link to my video called How to Stop a Cat from Urinating on the Bed, and we talk about some solutions there, but in my opinion, I think that if your cat is peeing on your bed, it's more emotional than physical. Although in that video, I do say the first thing you should do is have your cat checked out by the vet, because if they're having like a urinary tract infection or something, that will cause them to pee in different areas of the house. But it could very well be an emotional reason. So that is one of the signs that your cat might be having some sort of either separation anxiety or just anxiety in general, right? Number 4 is destructive behavior. If they're chewing on stuff, if they're scratching on the furniture. I'm going to give you a link for my video about how to get your cat to stop scratching on furniture. If nothing else, until you get them calmed down, you can redirect them, get them a scratching post, do some training with them so that they're not destroying your house and your things and your furniture while you're trying to get the separation anxiety disorder under control. Number 5 is changes in appetite. This can mean eating less or eating more. Anytime that your cat has a change in their eating, it's always a red flag. If your cat has stopped eating, if they've reduced eating, if they're losing weight, if they're gaining weight, if they're eating a lot, these can be signs of really serious health issues, okay? And if you've been here before for my cat videos, you might have heard me say that it's a primal instinct for a cat to hide illness, okay? In the wild, cats are prey. You know, they are prey. They have to hide themselves. They have to make sure that they're not seen. And they sure as heck don't want to be seen by a predator as being weak or injured, right? So because it's their primal instinct to hide illness, often by the time our cat is showing any signs of illness, it can be pretty far along. It can be pretty serious. So like I said, if your cat is all of a sudden peeing in places other than the litter box, if they're all of a sudden not eating, if they're all of a sudden eating too much, losing weight, gaining weight, it's definitely worth a call to the vet and just have it checked out, okay? And it is fairly easy for your vet to determine if they might be having some sort of an issue, okay? The 6th sign might be excessive grooming or licking. I'm going to give you a link to my video, Excessive Grooming in Cats, and also my video, Why Do Cats Lick People? Again, the licking, if they're licking you, they're trying to put their scent on you. If they're constantly rubbing their chin on you, they're trying to claim you. They're trying to keep you. So if you feel like your cat is like licking you all the time, this might be the reason. It might be separation anxiety. And excessive grooming in cats is basically kind of founded in fear or anxiety. If they're anxious, they may start grooming excessively just out of kind of nervous energy, right? So those are the 6 signs that your cat might be suffering from separation anxiety. Here's my boy again. Oh, he's so beautiful. Okay, 4 common causes, like why is the cat having this? The first one, and I think it's most common, is changes in the routine or environment. I did a video called 10 Things That Stress Your Cat Out. I think the video is actually called Why Is Your Cat a Nervous Wreck? And in that video, I talk about the fact that people sometimes don't realize how sensitive cats are to change. Okay, if you move, if you have a baby, if you get a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend, that they're either moving in or they're just over all the time. If your child gets a friend and the friend's over all the time, like even small things, if you move their litter box, if you move their food, if you change their blanket, like all these things, it differs from cat to cat, but as a general rule, cats do not like change, and they'll get quite upset to the point of physical ailments and that sort of thing. And it can cause anxiety in general, or it can cause separation anxiety. Something has changed, they are upset. Now they're upset when you leave because they don't want to be alone, and what they see is some sort of threat in their environment, right? The second cause is I've talked about this already, a new pet or person in the household. Again, change is difficult. If somebody's moved in, if somebody's hanging around more often, and I hate to even have to say this, but don't ever let anybody do anything to your cat, okay? I've seen it over the years where you're at a friend's house or something and some jackass thinks it's funny to bully the cat or the dog or, do mean things or play jokes or whatever. It's not funny, okay? It's not funny. So if you have a problem with your cat and they're showing some sort of anxiety, and that might be why you're here on today's video, take a look around. Who's around the cat? Are your kids bullying the cat? Is anybody provoking the cat? Is anybody doing anything mean to the cat? Does your cat run away or get particularly anxious if a certain individual is around? And I don't care if it's your husband. I don't care if it's your kid. You know, as a cat owner, it's your responsibility to make sure that nobody is doing anything mean to your cat. This is where they live. They have no choice but to be there. So it really is your job to defend them and just make sure that nobody in the household, especially if it's somebody new and now all of a sudden the cat's upset, they may not be doing anything to the cat, but just pay attention, okay? I have a girlfriend who's stupid boyfriend, and I'm sorry, but the guy is stupid. It moved in to her condo, and he wasn't abusive to her cat, but he's a jerk to the cat. And you know, I've spoken to her about it several times, and she just won't listen. It's like, you know, I'm sorry, but I'd throw out the boyfriend and keep the cat. You know, seriously, what kind of a jerk, you know, what kind of a jerk would, you know, be mean to a cat, pick on the cat, thinks it's funny to sneak up and scare the cat, like all that crap. You know, I find it infuriating. So, you know, like I say, if your cat is having any sort of anxiety, take a good look around and see if there might be a person who is doing something or contributing to it, even if they don't mean to, right? They can also have a past trauma such as neglect, abuse, or abandonment. I say in my post, a frightened animal just breaks my heart. There is a great post, not by me, but that I found online from cats.com called 9 Common Signs Your Cat is Traumatized and How to Help. I think I would like to do a post and video on that topic myself eventually, but for the time being I don't have one, so I'm going to refer you to their post. I'll give you the link in the description box to what to do if your cat if you think they might have been traumatized or abused or abandoned in their past. Obviously, just like a child, that's going to make them more fearful, more anxious, more afraid to be alone, more afraid of people, all that sort of thing. Number 4 is dependence on their owner. My current cat, Whiskers, is a total mama's boy. This is him laying on my leg on the couch. He does this often in the evening, and it's the sweetest thing. I'm laying up there on the couch watching TV. He snuggles right up on my leg like that, and it's really cute, but then I'm like stuck there because I don't have the heart to get up and move because he's so cute and snuggly and sound asleep. But he is a mama's boy, and he's a snuggle bug. And part of it is all my fault because I adopted him as a feral kitten. He and his siblings were rescued, and I adopted him. And so I went out of my way, you know, for this little feral kitten. He was scared. He was hissing. He was crying. He was so scared. So I just went out of my way to just shower him with love and calmness and do things to make him trust me and all that stuff. And then I took my time putting my hands on him. I took my time trying to pick him up, like all these things. And I did it very gradually. And then I hug him a lot. I kiss him a lot. So now he's very affectionate. He trusts me. He loves me. And I always say when your cat is young, handle them as much as you can because, you know, I can trim his nails, I can check his teeth, I can get something out of his ear. Do you know what I mean? Like when your cat is young, it's a good time to handle them, you know, hug them, kiss them, touch their paws, touch their face. I mean, obviously don't be mean to the cat, but just get them used to being touched and handled because if nothing else, if they ever have any sort of a medical issue and you or the vet have to get something out of their throat or get something out of their paw or, you know, anything like that, it's going to make it a lot easier to handle the cat, and it's going to make it a lot easier on the cat if they're used to being handled, right? So anyway, he is super attached to me, but fortunately for me, it is not excessive, and I do try to do things to make him independent and help him to bond with other people and not just me. He plays with his toys and reminds me something my mother used to say when young women have an infant and every time the baby cries in the crib, they go run into the baby. And my mother would say, you know, even as a baby, the kid has to learn to entertain themselves. You know, all of us have to learn to be alone and be okay with being alone, just in general, just in life. And so my mother always thought that a young mother is not doing the baby any favors by running to them every time they cry. Obviously, you don't want to leave a baby crying in their crib, but you understand what I mean. And I think the same is true with pets. They need to be independent. They need to be on their own. They need to be able to be content and feel safe and comfortable in your house. They need to be able to find their water dish and their food dish and their litter box and all that sort of thing. So you don't want to baby them too much, right? I'm the most affectionate person alive when it comes to my pets, but you don't want to baby them so much that they're so dependent on you that either they begin to suffer from separation anxiety where they're upset and they don't feel confident if you're not in the house. But, on a sad note, what if something happened to you? What if something happened? What if you got in a car accident? What if something happened to you and you couldn't come home or you didn't come home or, you don't want your cat to be so dependent on you. Okay. So that might be one of the things that, now, if your cat is suffering from separation anxiety, you don't want to just cut them loose, and just make them be by themselves all the time. But it might be something you might want to look at, like, am I doing too much for this cat? Am I with this cat 24/7? Like, just think of it as a possibility that maybe he's just too dependent on you, and maybe you could do some things to help your cat to build their confidence, right? 4 specific ways to help your cat with separation anxiety. Again, this is my boy Whiskers in his little bed. He's the sweetest boy. First, you can gradually increase the time that you're gone. Like I say, don't just cut your cat loose and leave them on their own. If your cat is new to your home, try leaving them for short periods of time and then gradually increasing the time you're gone. This will help them to adjust to your not being home. If you do have any control over that with your job and so forth, if you can try to leave for shorter amounts of time and then, make it longer and longer, that might help your cat to adjust. Another thing that I talk about in some of my puppy training videos is when you're coming and going, don't make such a big gosh darn deal about it when it comes to your pet. Bye bye, bye bye, big farewell, kiss, kiss, kiss. And then when you get home, hi, hello, you're making it too big of a deal. You're making it too big of a deal that you're leaving, and you're making it too big of a deal. Thank God you made it home. Do you understand what I mean? Don't make it such a big deal. Be more casual about it. If you're leaving, give the cat a kiss. Bye bye, mommy. See you later, and walk out the door. Don't make it a big farewell. When you come in, maybe, if the cat is twirling around your feet or, really excited to see you or whatever, just give it a minute. Just kind of ignore the cat, go set your purse down, maybe take your shoes off, and then address the cat and say, oh, mommy's home. So try not to make it such a big deal that you're coming and going, okay? The second way is to create a comfortable and safe environment for your cat. Give them their own bed, give them a blanket with toys. You might try putting a piece of your clothing, such as a t-shirt or a pajama top, in your cat's bed when you're gone. Your scent will be comforting. So even if you wanted to start wearing a t-shirt under your pajamas, say at night, and then before you go to work, take that t-shirt off and put it wherever the cat generally sleeps during the day. And that scent of you will be comforting to the cat. So you might want to try that. But also just obviously make them safe and comfortable. And remember in your house that cats like to be up high. They consider that an escape route. So if you have like a cat tree, they can jump up on. They also like to be hidden. If your cat can get under your bed or hide somewhere. That first little picture in my post of Whiskers, here he is, just between the curtains. It's just a little place where he can hide and he can stay hidden. And he sleeps there quite a lot. He sleeps there on that part of the living room floor in between the curtains like that because cats, they like to stay hidden, especially when they're sleeping. So just kind of take a look around your house and say, is this comfortable for my cat? Can they get to their litter box? Can they get to their water? Do they have a place to lay down? Do they have a place to lie down and sleep that's comfortable, that they would feel comfortable and safe in, not so vulnerable, maybe, right? Just take a look around. Make sure that they have what they need to be comfortable. Also, you can provide ways to keep your cat busy when you're not at home. You can have things like a window perch, scratching post, a cat tree, toys, to help keep them happy and occupied and busy when you're not at home. I do have a video called How to Keep Indoor Cats Happy. And in that video, I talk about 10 things that you can do to keep your cat entertained when you're not at home. And if you have a cat with separation anxiety, I kind of feel guilty now. I should have mentioned this first because it is really one of the best things that you can do to help your cat with separation anxiety is to give them things to do while you're gone. So I'm going to give you a link to that video, but just a few ideas right now. Get a window perch so they can sit and look out the window. If you can do it, put a bird feeder outside the window. They can watch the birds all day. Get them a scratching post. Get them a cat tree that you put in front of the window. There are some interactive toys that you can get on Amazon. Just give them some stuff to do. Also, you might consider, I didn't put this in the post, but you could also consider leaving some music on kind of quietly in your house when you leave, because it's kind of keeps them from hearing every little noise. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to necessarily hear people going by or cars honking or car doors closing or, all that sort of thing. If you want to just turn some music on when you leave the house, it might just kind of drown out every single noise so they don't hear everything, right? The fourth way is to try cat calming products like pheromone sprays or diffusers. I'm going to give you a link to one called the Comfort Zone in the post here, and then in the description box I'm going to give you a link on where to find these on Amazon. It's my understanding that cats put off what's called pheromones, and it's basically their scents. They have glands, like here under their chin, they have glands that puts out their scents. It's like a chemical that their body makes called a pheromone, puts out their scent, and that's why they'll like rub their chin on everything. It's a way that they leave their scent on everything. And so apparently these pheromones that are in these calming products, they have to do, I think, with their mother and the pheromones that a mother puts out to kittens. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the general concept of pheromone sprays and diffusers. Anyway, you could go ahead and try one. Like I say, you can get them on Amazon. They do have sprays. They have diffusers, that you plug into your wall, and it's just kind of a scent thing with the diffusers. It might help your cat to calm down a little bit. Now, I put in my post, if you feel that your cat's separation anxiety is severe, consult your veterinarian for advice. And now I'm saying, even if it's not severe, if you think your cat is struggling, just talk to your vet and say, what do you think's going on here? The cat or the vet will probably ask you a few questions, and, your vet might be able to pinpoint it for you more quickly and might be able to give you some more advice in addition to the tips that I've given you here. I also am giving you a link in the description box for a thing called the Cat Language Bible. It's a little ebook. I'm also going to give you the link to my full review of this. I think it's $37, but don't quote me on that. Last I checked, I think it's $37. It's a downloadable ebook, and it does come with a money-back guarantee. But it's specifically how to understand your cat and how to communicate with your cat in a way that they can understand. And if you have a cat suffering from anxiety, then that's going to be helpful for you to be able to, what are they trying to tell me? And how can I explain to this cat that they're okay? Do you know what I mean? Like, it might be helpful for you in this issue. And I talked about in the beginning of the video, I'm going to give you a link to request a little cat lovers ebook called If Your Cat Could Talk, Here Are 5 Urgent Messages That They Would Say. I also want to let you know, if you've not been here before, that I donate to animal charities. I get a small commission for some of the products and services that I recommend on my website and on this YouTube channel. And then I donate 10% of my earnings to animal charities. And if you go to the homepage of my website, peoplelovinganimals.com, you will see a list of the animal charities that I donate to. So I'm going to give you a link to this post. I'm going to give you a link to everything in it in the description box, including those freebies including those ebooks. So I hope so much that this video has helped. Please feel free to comment below the video. Let me know if it has helped. Let me know if there's something specific that your cat is doing that maybe I didn't cover here. And for the sake of anybody watching this video in the future, if you come up with things or if you have ideas that have helped your cat, please go ahead and share them in the comment section so that other people can get help and support. You know, we can support each other in the comment section. So again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.